Days of Our Lives spoilers: Holly's birth control fails. Surprise gestation and baby number 2 for Tate. Days of Our Lives 2. Week spoilers: Steve and Brady rescue Ava. Greetings to all Days of Our Lives fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Holly Jonah's birth control could fail, so there's a chance that could lead to a surprise gestation and baby number 2 for Tate Black. In Days February 18 occasion, Tate checked with Holly to make sure she felt safe about hitting the waist. Holly was quick to point out that she was on the lozenge, but also she added commodity rather portentous, at least considering how clean her dialogue generally goes. Don't worry, Tate. Nothing's gonna go wrong. It's gonna be perfect, Foley claimed. Of course, it's no way a good idea to make a vaticination like that in Salem. We've all heard exemplifications of people promising effects like a perfect marriage only to have it end in disaster, or swearing a secret will stay buried only for it to get exposed. In other words, a Days character frequently says one thing before the contrary happens. If that's the case for Holly, also perhaps Tate really does have a reason to worry. Since Holly claimed nothing would go awry, does that mean commodity eventually will? Did Holly just doom herself to some birth control failure? Holly hasn't been on the lozenge veritably long, so it's possible she missed a cure or two. Days of Our Lives suckers know Holly has no way been the most responsible girl around, so that's worth keeping in mind. Still, birth control isn't 100% effective anyway, and that's especially true on days where anything that can go wrong frequently does. It's at least possible Holly will have a gestation dread where she's late and fears she might be Tate's coming baby ma. It's easy to imagine Holly leaning on Doug Williams' IV while she panics in a situation like that. Indeed, if it turns out to be a false alarm, Holly might freak out at the study of telling Tate he's going to be a father again. However, that could lead to questions about whether she planned this if Holly actually ends up with Tate's bun in the roaster. Holly might get indicted of trying to contend with Sophia Choi and cinch in her own future with Tate. Indeed, if that's not how it happened. Anyhow, it'd be Tate's worst agony if he set about Holly was pregnant, since he's formerly dealing with Sophia's baby drama. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Holly and Tate have some trouble ahead no matter what, so we'll bring you updates on any huge news ahead. Days of Our Lives 2-week spoilers: Steve and Brady rescue Ava. Days of Our Lives 2-week spoilers see Steve Johnson and Brady Black delivering Ava Vitali. The Ma Queen has been tied up and held hostage by Rachel Blake in the family home. Aramid. Brady and Steve began to worry when they called Trip Johnson in Hong Kong to see if Ava was there. Still, little Rachel Black tricked everyone with a fake textbook communication about the trip to China. Will Steve and Brady also find Rav Hernandez drilled up in the fine old house? Away, Chanel Dupree and Johnny Dimara consider espousing Tate Black and Sophia Choi's baby. But will the pregnant teen's mama, Amy Choi, allow her son to give her baby up to a Dimara? Eventually, Doug Williams' II confides in J.J. Devereaux. Will he tell his relative he's in love with Holly Jonas on the NBC Peacock exclusive from February 17 to 28, 2025? Days of Our Lives 2. Week spoilers: Steve Johnson and Brady Black find Ava Vitali. Days of Our Lives 2-week spoilers report that Steve Johnson and Brady Black detect the missing Ava Vitali. Many weeks ago, she answered a call to deliver her swain's son, Rachel Black. Still, the woman in white, Rachel Blake, induced her granddaughter and namesake to wisecrack her parents. However, Brady can romantically reunite with Kristen Demera if Ava is out of the picture. Farther, E.J. Demera lately took an anesthetized Rafe Hernandez to the house for keeping. There were too numerous close calls, keeping the former Bobby in his basement on Days of Our Lives. Of course, he was stupefied. EJ set up out that both Rachel Blake and Ava Vitali are drilled up in Aramid. EJ wanted to deliver Ava, but Rachel induced him not to do so. This week on Days of Our Lives, Steve Johnson and Brady Black begin to search for Ava. Suggestions lead Steve and Brady to the abandoned house. Yet, will the woman in white allow the men to take her hostage? The tricky aged woman could have a trick up her sleeve. Plus, will Brady and Steve also figure out that the real Rafe Hernandez is also in the creepy old house? Stay tuned to the Peacock Sudzer to find out. Days 2. Week spoilers will Chanel Dupree and Johnny DiMarabaro. Days of Our Lives 2-week spoilers reveal that Chanel Dupree and Johnny DiMara would love to borrow Tate Black and Sophia Choi's baby when it's born. Still, do they have the kind of values that the pregnant teen's mama hopes for on the NBC cleaner? Days of Our Lives suckers may recall that the devil formerly held Johnny DiMara. But that was many times agone, and he's no longer held. Amy Choi could have misgivings about her grandchild going to a DiMara. Devil possession away, the DiMara family is ignominious for cowardly deeds. Can Johnny and Chanel prove they're the right couple for the baby on Days? Numerous observers still believe that Sophia prevaricated about the baby's maternity. Will they still want to borrow the child if it's not part of the family? Watch for the baby drama to continue to unfold on the long-running Day Cleaner. Days of Our Lives 2. Week spoilers Doug Williams' I makes a confession. Days of Our Lives 2-week spoilers indicate that Doug Williams' I has a concession to make to J.J. Devereaux. But what will he unmask to his relative? Does he allude that he knows what happens to the Horton family's jewels? Chances are Doug I'll talk about his passions for Holly Jonas. He lately walked in on her wearing a sexy negligee on Days of Our Lives. Of course, he was embarrassed, as was she. Further, he told Holly that he passions for her, a fact that he couldn't take back. Also, her swain Tate walked in on them at the Horton cabin. The freshman snappily left with the poetry book while Tate explained why he was late to Holly. This week on Days, Doug Williams' I has a telling discussion with JJ. What will the men talk about? Next, Johnny DiMara and Chanel Dupree consider espousing Tate's baby. But are they righteous enough for Amy Choi? Eventually. Later, long last, Brady Black and Steve Johnson discover Ava Vitali. But can they deliver her and conceivably Rafe Hernandez before the woman in white does commodity drastic the week of February 17 to 28, 2025. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.